cars on the warm-up lap for round 6 of this year's Bankfin Touring Car Championship. And good news that Sean van der Linde, Anthony Taylor and Duncan Foss are back in the race. In fact, Sean van der Linde on his second pole position in a row, just ahead of Camille de Villiers. There are 9 cars within 1 second, and if the first race was anything to go by, this is going to be a great one as they come under solid order, and off go. Sean van der Linde around the first corner ahead of Camille de Villiers at the start of round 6 of this year's Bankfin Touring Car Championship. And now the racing can get underway as they get the green flag. Sean van der Linde, Camille de Villiers, Sean Watson-Smith still in third position. Just behind him comes Mark Peters. Anthony Taylor is there in fifth position. Duncan Foss behind him as you see the field goes around that tight right-hander, and now bottom part of the circuit, and Camille de Villiers down the inside. He takes a look down in the neck and Camille de Villiers takes the lead, and it seems like Sean Watson-Smith also got through Sean van der Linde. No, he did not. But Camille de Villiers is in the lead, and Sean van der Linde has been demoted to second position with Sean Watson-Smith in third place.
Well, this is amazing from Camille de Villiers. He is carrying a bit more weight than the rest of the field, and carries 50 kilograms. So a really great start from him. He's got away. That's Colin Hasty. Looks like he's out. He's just about to be overtaken by the safety car. So that looks like the current leader in the Pro Car Championship is out of the race. But here's Camille de Villiers coming up to us at getting up to 200 kilometers an hour. Sean van der Linde in the BMW. Watson-Smith, winner of Terry Moss, winner of round 5, and he's currently in 6th position.
This is the best start that Camille de Villiers could have asked for, but we saw in round 5 how those who had the lead in the race dropped by the wayside. First it was Sean van der Linde, then it was Duncan Foss, and then it was Anthony Taylor to allow Terry Moss to come through and win his first race in almost 3 years. Camille de Villiers leads Sean van der Linde by half a second. Sean Watson-Smith in third, this is Martin Peters in fourth, Duncan Foss in first, Terry Moss holds down that 6th position. He has passed Anthony Taylor, who I am looking for. I cannot see Anthony Taylor on our leaderboard.
Could be another retirement for Anthony, but it's de Villiers, van der Linde, Watson-Smith. Mark Peters has a look down the inside of Watson-Smith. Mark Peters had a great round 5. He was in 2nd position. Obviously, there goes Watson-Smith. He's going to squeeze through and take Sean van der Linde. He loved that corner. He did that in the last. Look at this.
Camille de Villiers has also dropped.
And van der Linde, where is he going? He manages to keep it together. He's still in 2nd place.
Mark Peters is up into 2nd position. I think we missed out on that one, Jonathan. We certainly
did.
Mark Peters up into 2nd position. Couldn't quite make out what happened there, but these 3 guys have been fighting it out, and that's what's been keeping us busy. So there goes Sean van der Linde back into 3rd position. Watson-Smith did good pass in the Petronas Opal, but he lost out subsequent to that. And they come up onto the back straight once again. You can see the sun now setting in the west.
De Villiers running away from it. Mark Peters. There's van der Linde, Watson-Smith, Terry Moss, winner of round 5. This is great stuff.
Well, I haven't picked up what happened to Anthony Taylor. I see looking down the pit lane just outside of our view. Colin Hasty has retired indeed, so that's bad news for the Pro Car Championship leader. I think that will allow the likes of George Hussain and Marco Acuna to get up into serious challenging positions there.
This is what touring car racing is all about. 6 cars running neck and neck. Could be any one of these. There's Terry Moss. Dives on the inside. Is he going to get past Sean Watson-Smith? Gosh. Little bit of bumper bashing, but nothing too serious. That's what it's all about. There's van der Linde in the BMW. There is Anthony Taylor.
There's Anthony Taylor. Well, he must have had some kind of problem. I think that's pretty obvious. He's right at the back of the field, but look at this fight. Look at this battle going on. Terry Moss and Sean Watson-Smith, and Watson-Smith is saying to him, no, man, not this time. You're not coming through even if you're trying to.
Marco De Santos having a better run this time. He's challenging Terry Moss. So the second of the BMWs looking to go a lot better in this race. He had a terrible oversteer problem in round 5. They seem to have got that right.
This is on board with Duncan Foss. He's in 7th position. Oh, and he's lost it. He qualified 6th. He was down in 7th, and he's lost it there. It didn't seem like anybody touched him. So Duncan Foss's bad luck continues. He's not having a good weekend. In the first race, he had a fuel regulator problem, and he's going slowly now. So his miseries continue.
Had a good weekend for Anthony. Had CV problems in race 5. This is race 6, and obviously looks like he's out as well.
Terry Moss is having a good drive in the first position after winning the previous race. He had to work his way up the order from 7th position. But you can see that Sean van der Linde is definitely slower than those 3 cars behind him. He is defending, and he is right, he's defending that, and it's their job to get past him. But pretty soon, I'm pretty sure that it is going to become more desperate. There's Leon Joubert coming through, and just behind him, he's got Neil Stephen in the Continental-backed Audi.
After 5 laps, Janelle de Villiers, Mark Peters in the 2 BP Nissans. This is the battle for 3rd position. Sean van der Linde, Sean Watson-Smith, Terry Moss and Marco de Santos. And I think you're right. I think that if Watson-Smith can get past van der Linde, he'll have a good shot. He's still got 6 laps to catch the Nissans, but he needs to get past now.
And of course, what he also has to do, talking about Sean Watson-Smith, is he's got to keep an eye out for Terry Moss, because if he makes a mistake, Moss is going to be right there with him. Now he's going to try the outside line. He's going to try and get himself around the outside. He takes himself on the left-hand side for the next left-hander. But no, this time, Sean is all over the place. Well, he's not defending in that occasion.
This is a lovely battle for 3rd position. This is what touring car racing is all about. Close action, 3 different manufacturers fighting for that. Nissan's rather running away from it. A brilliant drive at the moment from Janelle de Villiers, carrying that little bit of extra weight that he's got in the car. So shows why he's been champion for the last 3 years.
Indeed, and this is the battle for 4th position. The crowd enjoying it despite the weather. They can't complain about a lack of action as we go to lap 8 now out of 12. And it is Leon Joubert who's just watching the proceedings ahead of him. Look at what is going on here. This is from the car of Terry Moss. Ahead of him is Sean van der Linde. Ooh, did they touch there? Terry Moss has got to be very careful. Look at that rear bumper. Marco de Santos is also part of this picture.
People on the pit wall better watch out there, but Watson-Smith's got past van der Linde.
Nice move there. Outbraked him into that final corner, and now it's going to be interesting to see. Look at that gap already. Look at the gap that Sean Watson-Smith has been able to open up.
Look at that bumper from Terry Moss. Marco de Santos is going to catch that maybe in a minute. It must be very off-putting from that point of view. De Santos having to concentrate, but Leon Joubert has caught up.
Precisely because they've been keeping each other busy and they've been all over the place, slowing each other down, hard on the brakes.
De Santos, lovely move, and then Joubert trying to have a look inside Terry Moss.
Bit of a nudge. It's on the other side, Dion. It's the other side that you need to get that bumper off from.
Great stuff. That's what it's all about. No real damage there, just a bit of fiberglass bumper, which hopefully will fall off and fall off on the outside of the track and not get in the way of the track, so that any sort of pace car has to come out.
Right, you cannot blame us for not showing much of the pro car racing, because there really isn't. Oh, and Leon Joubert goes through as well. Terry Moss is suffering from handling problems because of that. In the pro car category, George Mercedes is 2 seconds, almost 3 seconds ahead of Brian Martin, with Anthony Taylor. The other Anthony Taylor in 3rd position, the category having lost Marco de Cunha a little bit earlier on in the race.
Fastest lap so far by race leader Janelle de Villiers, exactly the same. Oh, Watson-Smith getting totally out of shape there, and that was Joubert, I beg your pardon. Joubert totally out of shape.
Well, Terry Moss is fighting back.
It certainly is. What a race this is. As I was saying, Janelle de Villiers, a 1:44.905, fastest lap of the race so far.
And then Terry Moss on the inside of Marco de Santos. Oh, and it's desperate stuff. It's desperate stuff. He forces his way through there. Nice move there, and good driving from both of them, because the Santos could have just closed the door. But Terry Moss said, get out of my way, I'm coming through.
Just a slight shoulder bars there, but this is lovely, lovely stuff. De Santos not giving up. He's going to try and take that bumper off, I think. Now it gets interesting, because they're within the slower cars, within the pro cars. This is going to make it very, very interesting indeed.
I'll tell you what, confidence to the build quality of that find Audi because that rear bumper is still fastened on the left-hand side, taking to a lot of punishment, and now they're coming up to a whole gaggle of slower cars who are all fighting their own private battle.
And in the meantime, Terry Moss, with that flailing bumper, has managed to get past Dion Joubert.
And Malcolm Santos is still dropping back in the order. Now these guys have to keep out of the way. As these top touring cars come through almost 3 abreast, and the contact again there between Dos Santos and Joubert, and Dos Santos is through in a very forceful way.
And he's cutting the corners, the grass there, and using all the track. Where's Joubert?
He's got a problem. Oh, there must have been a problem because of that contact. I suspect that the side shaft might just have snapped. This is a battle further down. Let's figure out where they are.
That's Ferro.
This is a battle for fourth in the pro car category, and it's nice to see these cars in there battling it out and giving the spectators some additional action, although they are not quite on the pace yet, and let's hope that they will soon get onto the pace. Oh, there it comes. This is Vanille de Villiers from the Western Cape, the reigning South African touring car champion. He was the champion in 98 and 97 as well.
And of course, he is the most successful touring car racer of all time in South Africa, and
ranked fifth in the world last year as well on the champion ranking.
And all of that has been done with a Nissan. That is George Bossé note. The first of the pro cars. There's the Corolla of Brian Martin, and Janelle de Villiers takes round 6 of the Bankfin Touring Car Series from teammate Mark Peters. Third place, the Patronus Opel of Sean Watson-Smith.
And confirmation of the results for you. Janelle de Villiers taking his 56th career victory in Bankfin Touring Car Racing. Mark Peters backing him up well there. The two Sean's in third and fourth. Terry Moss this time finishing in fifth position. In the pro car category, George Bossé takes his second victory of the year ahead of Brian Martin and Anthony Taylor. And celebration time for the up-team time for Janelle de Villiers and the Nissan team.
I knew I had to get past Sean on the first couple of corners because I knew the BM takes them a while before they tire these up, and that's what I did and got past and pulled a bit of a lead on them. The other guys had a big battle behind me, so it made it look easier, so I got away with it, and from there it wasn't too difficult to stay ahead, and I'm pleased with the win because fourth place in a win here is good, and we'll take that to Thailand.
And that's a sight that we've also become used to. Glenn Hall and his team celebrating their manufacturer's victory. They've become used to the taste of champagne in the point standings after 6 rounds. Janelle de Villiers has a 19-point lead now over Sean Watson-Smith. Terry Moss is up into third and Duncan Foss down to the fifth position. The next round is at AA Kailami on the 13th of May.